What up, everybody? It's Fantasy Endgame, and we're here to do some more drafts and crush some drafts with you. You get to potentially crush us in a draft. And yeah, we're going to do some underdog again, get some best ball drafts in there. Let's see how things have changed because we've actually had a weekend of football, some games. They still count as games, right?
Yes.
Sort of. We've had game action, technically, preseason games. But look, some guys have looked a lot better, got more run than we expected. Some players have not. So let's see how the fantasy football community reacts. Now, after we get our best ball draft on, we're also going to do another draft following this and a real draft on DraftLane. So you want to get into an actual league with us on DraftLane. It's our app. We've been hosting fantasy leagues. We're going to continue to host a ton of fantasy leagues this year. You can do it right now. Go ahead and get in there, join it, right? This is a 10-team PPR league. I'm in, Chris is in. Looks like Ball's in again. So we got at least 7 spots left. So go for it. We're going to keep the link up in the comments. And remember, this is mobile. So if you are maybe watching this on your computer, you want to join, you're going to have to get the mobile link to actually join on the app. Of course, you have to have the DraftLane app. So go and download the DraftLane app first if you haven't already. But let's do this first. How about, I don't know, another $5 puppy?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. All right. So the puppy is just $5 to enter, chance to win big prizes, do some best ball right here. We're going to join. Everybody wants to join with us. Let's do it in 3, 2, 1.
It's like 6 more to start. Plenty of room.
Plenty of room. Come on. Well, not anymore. And it's full. All right.
That was fast.
All right. Hopefully you guys got in there. Okay. While the draft board comes up, we do have a super chat already. Let's get this one. What's up, Pedro? 10-team PPR, 2 flex. This is the squad. Wants to know already ready to trade, which, look, I don't blame you. I'm already making some offers in our leagues that we drafted the last couple of days. But let's rate this team first. This is a 10-teamer.
All right. Hurts, Achane, Chase Brown. I mean, running backs are stacked, and you got an elite QB, which is good. Higgins, DJ Moore, more than fine. I mean, so it's looks like a 2 running back, 2 wide receiver. No flex? Is there no flex here? McBride at tight end.
It says 2 flex in the first thing.
2. Okay, so 2 flexes. So you're going to be flexing B-Rob, Waddle, Shakir, Dowdle, Garendo. Yeah. You don't. Why did we take Jared Goff when we have Hurts, and why did we take Kincaid when we have McBride? Yeah, this is one of this is why I talked about if you saw the draft strategy video. In a PPR 2 flex league, I'm more hesitant to go QB early for this reason. Because now you're flexing 2 of Brian Robinson, Waddle, Shakir, Dowdle, Garendo, Tracy, or Kirk, which isn't terrible, but it's also not like incredible. Yeah, I mean, like you got. I mean, but I don't even know if Goff or Kincaid have trade value, honestly, in a 10-teamer. Like I was gonna say, you have 2 QBs and 2 tight ends, but what are you really getting for those guys right now? I mean, maybe you can. I don't know.
Yeah, it's tough. It's a tale as old as time. You went QB and tight end early, and you don't really have a wide receiver 1 because you also went RB early. So I mean, look, you're set at RB, and you have Hurts and you have McBride, but Higgins Moore is like good, not great. And your flexes are okay. So, I mean, run a 10-teamer to rate it, you still have a lot of talent. I mean, I guess it's just not your receivers that are carrying this team. So I think you could still say it's like a 7-5.
Yeah, that's probably fair. I'm more worried about the flexes, honestly, because again, I talked about it in that video. Like in a 2 flex league, it's very important that you win the flex. You did not win the flex here. But you never know. right? You never know. Maybe Waddle will have a huge bounce back year and be a stud, and if he does, then this team could be great for sure.
True. Absolutely true. All right. Well, there you go, Pedro. What's up, guys? Rhett wants to know. I think we kind of talked about some people getting nervous about Genty after his dismal 3 carries in the preseason. What do you think about Genty? I think we think what we thought before. He's still an RB1.
No change here. No change for me. 3 carries for -1 yards. Come on. 3 carries. We're talking 3 carries.
Right. By the way, we have some of our guys. Let's see. Daniel says he's at the 5.
Nice.
You got what'd you get, the 10? Yes.
Yes, the 10.
All right. And I also didn't get my favorite, but it's not the worst. Got the 4th pick. Yeah, Mark's saying, first of all, awesome. He's in the DraftLane draft, waiting for that one to get started. We'll start as soon as this one's done. We'll get to that one. So 45 minutes maybe. I don't know why the layout's different here. I think I like it though.
I do like it. They changed it, but it looks good. It's not one of those changes where it's like, oh, what did they do? It actually looks good.
Right. Yeah, it looks pretty good. What's up, Justin? Let me see. Justin says he's excited for his quarterback to win back-to-back MVPs, Josh Palmer, and Offensive Player of the Year. Interesting. Josh Palmer,
Offensive Player of the Year. I mean, look, well, your quarterback can't win. Oh, wait, no, because he did win the MVP last year. That's right. You know what's funny about that? Because I always forget. Because 2 years ago when Lamar won it, Josh Allen should have won it. And then last year when Josh Allen won it, Lamar should have won it. So I guess in the end it worked out, but they flipped It's like, come on, Josh Allen. Well, I mean, really, Joe Burrow should have won it last year, but his team couldn't win enough games. But I mean, Joe Burrow put up the kind of season that is almost always an MVP season. But his team didn't win 11 games. So, I guess he could. I could definitely see Josh Allen winning back-to-back MVPs. I don't know about Josh Palmer winning Offensive Player of the Year, but
maybe
you never know, I guess.
Well, you never know. Maybe he'll win what Joe Burrow did win, his comeback Player of the Year. Maybe that's what it'll do.
They had to give him some. They had to give him something because it's like, oh, you had one of the greatest quarterback seasons in NFL history, but we can't give you the MVP because you can only be the MVP if your team is good. Apparently,
right. That's how it works. By the way, I just noticed I think it's gone too far. Marion Hampton, 25 overall. I think it's too much.
No, come on. Marion Hampton, now he's basically going to be a second rounder pretty soon.
I guess so.
I mean, Najee's not dead.
I know. It's like it's just a little, like I said, it's a little presumptuous. I mean, Kyron Williams is still there. He basically doesn't have competition for touchdown targets and all that. So it's like, I don't know. I could see taking him over Brees. Okay, I'm fine with that, but you don't also have to pull the trigger at 25. So,
man, I don't want Adam. I don't want Adams and Puka.
Oh, when JSN. Nothing wrong with that. Okay. Mark wants to know, first draft is this Friday. It's half PPR. Is it time for the double RB start? Well, it depends.
Exactly. It's like,
let's see. Okay, 12 man. All right. 1 QB, 2 RB, 2 receiver. 1. Do you know what draft spot you have? I mean, I'm not still gonna tell you yes, go double RB, but I'm just curious.
I mean, I will say in a 2 running back, 2 wide receiver, 1 tight end, 1 flex, certainly double hero RB is a man, I guess snipe. All right, I guess do I have to take Puka and Adams? I
mean, you don't have to. You can go Evans too.
We'll go Evans, I guess.
Okay. And rookie fever, by the way, it's official. Travion Henderson just went 38 overall.
Come on. What are we doing? What are we doing here, people?
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, Henderson round 4. It's too much. This is the same question here. We get a lot. Best positions to draft. I think it's Miso.
I like towards the end. I like drafting more towards the end. In a 12 teamer, I just think you get 2 really, really, really good players with your first 2 picks. Whereas when you're more like pick 1, pick 2, pick 3, yeah, you get a stud, obviously. But then when it comes back around, it's like the players that come around there are like, you know, like they're good, but I don't like love them.
Right. And I saw Sleeper, I think, posted on social today. They revealed the most winning draft positions from last year, the spot that had the most teams that were champions. And I think the first spot, if I remember, I can look it up real quick, was the 12th spot. Thought that was interesting.
Yeah, well, obviously the 101 probably was last because of CMC.
It was one of the last. I think 4 was the worst spot, and 1 was like second to worst. Maybe let me look it up real quick. I'm sure I can find it.
4 was probably Lamb or Jefferson. Not that they were bad.
Right. But and a lot of it's not just the first pick to it's who you got on the way back. And okay, hold on. Let me before I pull it up.
Although the 4 could have been Tyreek in a lot of drafts too, honestly, and maybe that's why. I mean, he was.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man, I was gonna go JMO. People scared of DJ Moore. Am I scared of DJ Moore?
Why are people scared of DJ Moore? Because Caleb's getting like.
Because they're scared of Caleb Williams. Yeah, I'll go Ridley. I could use more Ridley. Let me see. Where is it? I can look it up. I swear, maybe it wasn't today. Well, I'm probably not going to find it now. But again, it also depends. Every league is different. Like you don't always have the same. I'm not going to find it. Not going to always have the same amount of same players taken early. Man, they post a lot, like way too much about Kyle Pitts. I'm just realizing this.
All right. Well, I think with Travis Hunter gone, time to get a running back.
There you go. So it's weird. Why is I say that. Of course I know why. It's like, why is Henderson going 20 picks before ADP and Harvey isn't? Because
he had a 100-yard kickoff return.
He had a long kickoff in a preseason game. I forgot.
Because you know
that matters. Bobby J, what's up? At the 1-1 going Chase, good move. At the 2-3 turn, I was thinking that, yeah, I think you definitely have your pick of those guys. I would assume Jason McBride. Who to go with there? PPR league. If those were your 2 choices for 1 pick,
well, I mean, don't you get 2 picks there?
You must have somebody else in mind for the other pick. I don't know.
I mean, again, it's going to come down to how many wide receivers do you start. If it's 2 running back, 2 wide receiver, 1 flex, I might take McBride there. Because I'm like, there should be good wide receiver. I don't need that many wide receivers. But if you're starting 4 more wide receivers, like 3 wide receivers and a flex, I'm going JSN.
Yeah. JSN typically goes first. And I think for the most part, I would take JSN. But if you only need 2 receivers, like you said, could go either way. Let's do this one. Got other questions, but John with the super chat. So let's put him to the front. Full PPR, rank these. Waddle, Pickens, Flowers, Igbuka.
I'm going to go Pickens.
You know, it's
guess
funny. It's fun.
Waddle?
Totally serious. Because you know this. I texted you earlier about rankings, right? We're like, hey, we could
Yep.
okay, maybe we'll tweak it a little bit, right? I was just looking little things here and there, and Waddle Flowers, and I swear, just a couple hours ago, I think I moved Waddle right below Flowers.
Interesting. I think I have Waddle ahead of him, but it's close between Waddle and Flowers. My thing with Flowers is like, I know he's the wide receiver 1, but does it even matter? Like, so many games where he just like does nothing. I know Waddle's been bad for 2 years. I mean, Pickens definitely number 1 for me. Waddle's Flowers, flip a coin, Egbuka last.
Yeah. Igbuka is definitely moving up draft boards. In fact, right now I'm looking, I see him pretty high here, but he's got to be last, I think, of that group still.
Then Bobby's saying it's 2 running back, 2 wide receiver, 2 flex. So you're probably starting 4 wide receivers, at least 3. I'm going JSN.
Oh, okay. Yeah, for the other one. Yeah, so for me, I think I'm, it's Pickens, and then Flowers Waddle is almost a coin toss. Like I said, I think I moved Waddle a little bit lower than Flowers, just because I'm now just really getting worried about my prediction coming true. The Dolphins just flopping this year, McDaniel getting the can, and just everything going to pieces. And Igbuka's last. Okay. I have to use my phone. I actually didn't want to take Caleb Johnson my last pick, but I think it timed me out. So. Let me see. Yeah, okay. He's got something else in mind. All right. Well, hopefully it breaks the way you want to.
Yes, hopefully.
Oh, and we're really getting ahead of the game here. Justin's ready for waiver wire week 1.
I mean, you can't even wait for the week 1 beat the breakout.
Josh Palmer, of course, got to be on the list.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm so ready for Hunter Renfrow to have like 6 catches for 50 yards or something and a touchdown, and everybody, running over each other to pick up whatever his name is, Hunter Renfrow. I'm ready for it.
Yeah.
Oh man, this spot's terrible.
Ty Johnson. Well, Ty Johnson, I don't think he'll be the one. He'll be Ray Davis. Ray Davis is not getting drafted in most redraft leagues. If James Cook is unavailable, whatever reason, yeah, Ray Davis is definitely going to be the number 1 pickup. We'll see what happens there.
Not a fan of that last pick. This is just not a spot I like here.
Oh, you took Baker. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
What do you get? You already had Evans.
I know, but it's like Baker, like early, like before 80. Like I took Baker 10 picks above ADP. Ah, man, it's brutal. It's terrible.
Let's see. All right. Here's a very specific Ashton Genty question. And we don't do a lot of auction. A lot of people don't do auction necessarily in football so much as like baseball, but it's still a thing. So if you got $200 in an auction league, good price. I mean, I guess we would assume is it a 2 running back, 2 receiver, or is it 3 receiver? How many flexes? Like assume full PPR, but you're saying around 40. I think it's going to take more than 40.
Yeah, I mean, it might take more than 40. I don't know if I'd want to spend more than 40, honestly. Like I would, like, I don't know. I don't want to say I'm like down on Genty, because I'm certainly not down on Genty, but I do worry, like, how many touchdowns is he going to get in this offense? A little worried about the offensive line. Like, I think if I had to spend like $50+ on Genty, I'd rather just wait and try to get like an A-Chain who goes after him a lot of times, even a Jacobs. Like, I'd rather just wait and get those guys for cheaper, honestly.
Yeah, I hate 4 flex, one running back, one receiver, 4 flex. Okay, well, you have a lot of flexibility there. So that,
Well,
I mean, you could, with him or any other running back, you could really go if it's full PPR. I almost would say just go hero RB, right? Get that one stud running back, and then you can fill up your roster with receivers. You don't have to do
I mean, if
that,
it's
but
one running back, what is it? What's the format?
um, one running back, one receiver, 4 flex, and it's full PPR. And he says he has, I'm guessing, an H-in for $7 as a keeper.
Nice.
Then,
If I have HM for $7, I'm not spending a dime on an early running back.
yeah,
Not a dime.
get those receivers.
Give me the cheap Tony Pollards, DeAndre Swift is, Tyrone Tracy's, Cam Scadaboo. Give me those guys for cheap. I only need one running back. I'd rather have 4 or 5. 4 flex, one wide receiver. I want 5 stud wide receivers minimum. I really want 7 good to great wide receivers when it's all said and done. 7 wide receivers that I feel really good about. And the thing about auction is you can actually do it. Right? You could get 7 of, a first round wide receiver, a couple, or maybe 3 second round wide receivers, and 4 of the wide receivers going from rounds 3 to 5. That's what I would want. And if you can get one of the round one wide receivers too, that'd be great. That's what I would want. I would want 7 wide receivers that are currently being drafted in the first 5 or 6 rounds. Just roll with H-Chan for $7.
Exactly. You already have your hero RB basically. So look, it all depends, and I hate to give that answer, but it does. I've seen auctions go all sorts of different ways. Sometimes people just go crazy in the beginning. They spend up and they blow all their money on the stars, and that's understandable. It's normal.
Well, he's also keeping Neighbors for 23. So now you have your hero RB and your first round wide receiver for 23. Yeah, no reason not to have 6 more wide receivers again that are in that round 2 to anywhere from round 1 to 6.
Right. Let's see. Let's do some quickies here. Zilksy. CD or Gibbs at the 5?
Jeez. I mean,
not a quickie. I'm going CD.
I don't think. I probably would go CD. But I'm probably, I guess in a vacuum, maybe I would go CD if it was my one draft. But I'm also okay with Gibbs there.
Yeah, no wrong answer, I guess.
Again, if it's a league where I'm going to feel like I'm going to start a lot of wide receivers, like a 3 wide receiver, 1 or 2 flex PPR league, then I'm going CD. But if it's a very balanced league, 2 running back, 2 wide receiver, 1 flex, and you could go any way you want, I'm okay with Gibbs.
Yeah, I would be okay with Gibbs too. But okay. Well, there goes my pick. I was gonna go Njoku. What are we at? You know what? I'm just gonna do it. Gonna reach a little bit on my quarterback stacks. Parker wants to know, do I do this? Get Neighbors in Hampton for Gibbs and Jacoby.
You probably have to take Neighbors in Hampton. As much as I like Jacoby,
yeah,
I think you probably have to take Neighbors in Hampton, right? We're talking. Look at where these guys are being drafted right now. You got Neighbors as a first rounder, so is Gibbs, but they went 6-7 in this draft. They're very close. Hampton now apparently is a 3rd rounder, maybe even a 2nd rounder. Jacoby Myers where did Jacoby Myers go? In the 6th round. You're getting I think you have to take the Neighbors Hampton side here.
Agree. I agree. I think you do. Cassius, would you rather take Njoku, Ingram, or Andrews full PPR?
I'm now in on Andrews again. I like all these guys, to be honest. I just took Andrews in this draft here. Look, Isaiah likely unlikely to be healthy at the start of the year, and who knows with that foot injury. So I'm fine with any of these guys, to be honest. But I think Andrews is my first choice.
Yeah, Andrews is still going to have a big role in a good offense. I'll admit, maybe a little too excited about Evan Ingram going to Denver. I think he'll still have a good season. But realistically, I think he's more of a nice kind of a low-end tight end one, a little more floor than ceiling, I guess. So, yeah, I think he's fine. I think I got to put Andrews over him. And Njoku, you can't just ignore the quarterback situation altogether. You just can't. All right. It's going to be kind of a mess, and that might affect him. So I think the uncertainty and the fact that offense definitely will be worse than those other two offenses, I think you got to put Njoku third in that group. As much as I love Njoku, I think just his situation isn't as good. Just isn't. All right. Well, I'm going to admit I'm actually at this point just really hoping like James Cook doesn't sign or he gets hurt or something, because I have like 90% Ray Davis. I'm just all in on Ray Davis, league winner.
90% Ray Davis.
I could be exaggerating, but probably not that much. I have a lot. A lot of Ray Davis. And at the very least, he'll probably still have a role. I mean, he didn't have a lot of a role last year, but I think that might increase a little bit year two, especially if they want to hedge their bet. If James Cook either A, does sign for a lot of money, they want to keep him healthy, or if they say, hey, we're going to wait till next year, and they're like, okay, let's groom his replacement, one way or the other.
All right, seeing the trade to go through. So I think I approved it. I don't know when I approved it. So it should process. Let me ask our developer tonight when we meet with them. But I approved it, so it should go through soon. Don't worry. We still have like 30 days till football, or 26 days till football. You'll get the players. Don't worry.
Yeah, don't worry. Okay, is this one from It's Crashed MCOC Superflex, number 8 spot. At what point do you pivot from round 1 QB and go elite in a Superflex league? Where's the cutoff?
Cutoff for me is probably Burrow, which means you're probably like, I don't feel like I have to go QB where you're at, because like if you let's say it goes Allen, Lamar, Daniels, Hurts, Burrow, first 5 picks. Probably at least team 6 or team 7 or both, like at least one of them or both will take another QB. So that means probably Mahomes off the board or Baker or something. So that means you're looking at like Bijan, maybe Chase. Like I think I would just rather have those guys and take whatever QB comes back to me in round 2. Now, Superflex is always tricky, because what can happen if you're not careful is if your league goes super QB crazy, when it comes back to you, you might be staring at like, who's somebody like you might be staring at like Michael Penix Jr. as the best QB on the board. You know what I mean? Because so many QBs have gone. So you got to know your league. But for me, it's like I feel like there's a big drop after Burrow, and I can just wait and hopefully get like a Fields, a Dak, a Purdy, guys in that range on the way back.
Yeah, I think I've seen enough in Superflex leagues to know you really don't want to wait too long to get quarterbacks. You don't have to pull the trigger in round one, of course, if you're getting an elite receiver. But then you kind of almost have to in round two. Otherwise, like you said, you could be left with like the dregs.
Right.
But yeah, I totally agree. That's, typically think about those top 4 quarterbacks as like tier 1, the running quarterbacks like Josh Allen, Lamar, Hurts and JD. Burrow is basically by himself in another tier. And then there's the Mahomes Baker tier. But I don't think the Mahomes Baker tier is really much higher than the guys who were in the next tier. Okay, wow. Okay, somebody's got some faith in Anthony Richardson. Just saw him go pick 160.
Well, I mean, he's technically still the starter, according to the team.
I guess so. Let's see. Guru League Podcast. What's up? Fan of Travis Hunter, without a doubt. Yes, well, talent definitely is there. 5th round. I don't think that's a reach.
Nah, I don't think that's a reach.
No. And it'll probably take a 5th round pick to get him, I would say. If you wait, I doubt you'll get him in round 6. Every league's different, but yeah, I think that's about right. Okay, well, I guess this works. Yeah, right. It was to the moon. I really hope so. All right. You ready for a more complicated question?
Yes.
Keenan Allen, Darnell Mooney, Buka, Higgins, Downs, or Jordan Mason. Loving Mason. You usually have to reach around to get him. Is it worth it? Well, I mean, over those receivers, I think it's fine. I think the only one I even have over Jordan Mason out of that group might be Egbuka.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really want to. When you're getting to that point in the draft, and you're talking about players like this who aren't like, do have question marks about their roles, their ability. I don't really want to reach on players in this range too much. Yeah, but I mean, it's fine. Like Mason, Higgins, Keenan, I like Keenan now. Like they're all fine. It's fine. I don't know, but I mean, you don't want to be like I know Mason's going to be awesome, so let me draft him really early, and then Mason's not awesome.
Well, Aaron Jones is still there. He's still the RB1. So. All right, Will Hayes. What's up? Keep 2. AJ Brown, 2nd round. Chase Brown, 8th round. Sam Laporta, 14th round. Pretty sure Chase Brown has to be 1.
I mean, yeah, Chase Brown, 8th round has to be 1. I mean, AJ Brown, 2nd round is where he's being drafted, but do I like Sam Laporta? I mean, Sam Laporta, 14th round.
It's decent.
I mean, it's more than decent.
That's the thing is with AJ Brown, you're not getting really any value. That's like you said, he's a 2nd round pick. So I would probably
just go Sam Laporta and just don't even draft the tight end. I just say Sam Laporta is going to be my TE1.
Right. Yep.
Yeah, Chase Brown, Sam Laporta.
There you go. So you're sneaking more Alec Pierce onto your team.
I've been drafting a lot of Alec Pierce. I feel like he's that good late round spike week kind of guy.
Perfect for best ball.
Exactly. Him and Darius Slayton are my two favorite, like late round. Like, yeah, they're not going to be great in redraft, but for best ball, they'll give me some spike weeks.
Yeah, there will be at least 1 or 2 weeks where Alec Pierce has like 150 yards and 2 touchdowns, and that's all you need out of him.
Exactly.
Speaking of, all right, here's the running back version of Alec Pierce. There it is.
Keaton Mitchell. Running back version. Keaton Mitchell.
Am I right? I mean, he'll have like 2 big runs at some point randomly this season, and that's kind of it.
Probably.
Oh, man, I do need another receiver. I think I kind of just like forgot about receiver after my first 5. It's not a good thing.
No.
Okay, here we go. What? I was just searching up a guy who just got drafted, looking for Jalen Naylor. All right. In that case. All right. Cokeheads unite.
Yep. Yep. You got to be feeling pretty good about Coker.
He's it's kind of Alec Pierce-esque too. All right. True thoughts. I took him here. I took him. I feel bad taking him this early, but whatever. Ja'Cory Merritt. You think he's going to be any good?
I think so. He's getting a lot of good buzz. I mean, at a minimum, it sounds like he could be in the 2-minute drill, which is huge. Because that means lots of pass catching, lots of, they're playing fast. They're lots of snaps. It could be big for him.
Yeah, nothing else. If he's showing he can be used as a pass catcher, that right there could mean he has value. It's not a given, but, he has a path. All right, I'm torn. I don't know if I should take a third tight end. I got Brenton Strange and Zach Ertz. I'm not sure if that's enough.
I mean, if it's me, I'm going 3.
Huh? Then again, is there any tight end actually worth taking? No, it doesn't look like it. Noah Gray. Oh, sorry. We put that.
Been taking a lot of Noah Gray in the last round. My dusty Kelsey hedge.
Well, Kelsey's been slipping, but he hasn't missed games. If he actually gets injured and missed games, then yeah, that pick. I mean, he's missed a couple games, but you know what I mean, not serious time. Let's see. Last round.
I mean, even last year, Noah Gray. Let's see. I mean, Noah Gray had more touchdowns than Travis Kelce last year.
Did he really?
Yes.
Yeah. Orleans, New England. Oh, I'm on the clock. Let's just go with my guy. All right. Well, that's it. So this puts a wrap on the underdog portion of the stream. I say that because we got another one coming up. So let's go over the teams real quick. I think last pick is almost up. Yeah, well, Justin, I get it. We talk about the Saints. They probably will be the worst team in the league here, but they'll still have a couple of players who are fantasy relevant. The Colts, I feel like they still could be sort of fantasy relevant. The receivers are a little risky, but just think they're a little bit, a little bit less of a ceiling than they could have. But I'm still drafting JT, solid second round pick as much as I can.
Yeah, even last year, like who were the Colts QBs and JT was great.
All right, and Guru's asking, is it worth wasting an IR spot on Jonathan Brooks?
No. You gonna keep Jonathan Brooks? This guy's back-to-back ACL injury on the same knee. No,
definitely not playing this whole year. So let's see what you got here. Before Noah Gray, got Baker and Penix. Solid. Look,
it's
2 QBs.
It's fine. It's fine. It is. I really don't like that Baker pick. But whatever.
It's okay. All right. Let's see. You got Harvey, you got Swift, Jaden Blue, Braylon Allen, Najee, and Rico Dowdle. I mean, you don't really have any flyers here. All guys who have a path to potentially break out.
Yeah, and I really like the fact that I went like 5 straight wide receivers and still got Harvey and Swift is pretty nice. Nice.
Yeah. This is a running back room I would love. Okay. Puka, London, Jason, Evans, Higgins, Bateman, Pierce. I mean,
all right, I went 4 straight
wide there.
Yeah, plenty of upside, like the wide receivers. I am a little nervous about Puka, but at pick 10, let's get a Puka share.
Yeah, and Andrew Schultz again and Gray again. All right. It is a group of tight ends. That's what it is. All right. I went Dak and Love, and of course to stack with my later receivers. I didn't stack my first couple of receivers I took. I stacked the later ones. I guess later Pickens and then later Matthew Golden, partly because of who I took early. But stack's a stack. Got the Dak stack.
Yes.
Now I did something I don't usually do. Not only going double hero RB, but taking Bucky. I haven't taken a lot of Bucky in Underdog, but I guess I'm back in on Bucky. Not just because Rachaad White tweaked his groin or whatever, but yeah. What do you think?
I mean, that's a big thing. That's a big thing because the worry for Bucky, well, there are 2 worries. Whereas number 1, like, what if his efficiency drops, which it could. But number 2, it's like, well, what's the pass catching upside here with Rachaad White? Like, Rachaad White's out an extended time. Sean Tucker may get some run, but he's not going to catch passes.
Yeah, everyone all of a sudden is interested in Sean Tucker. Sean Tucker's been there. Like, he had that one game, that one random game, right? We scored 3 touchdowns.
He was the only running back, literally, like, that was healthy that week.
Yeah. Okay. And just for clarification, that Caleb Johnson, it was a timeout. I was trying to get a receiver timed out. I mean, it's fine, but
it's fine. How many? What?
So
you took? You did only go 2 tight ends. All right. Ooh, Alec Ayamanor.
He's my boy. I don't know why.
Yeah, I mean, Wilson, Pickens, Ridley, Golden. Like Godwin could be second half. Coker, lots of upside there, of course. That's what you need a wide receiver. Lots of upside.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. And then tight ends. I mean, I could live with those 2.
All right. They're tight ends.
Dangerously. I too like to live dangerously. Yeah, they're fine. All right. Well, there you go.
All right. DraftLane League is full. We've already set the draft order, so get ready.
Oh, ready, man. That was quick. Okay. Give me a second.
Yes.
Gotta get the app open. For those who don't know, if you were just hanging out watching Underdog, maybe you didn't catch the very beginning, maybe haven't caught the last few streams that we've been doing. The mocks that we've been doing on Sleeper, we're not doing those anymore because we're doing real drafts on a much, much better app. Far superior, I could say. It's called DraftLane because we helped design it. It's called DraftLane, and you can download it right now in the Apple App Store and very soon on the Google Play Store. So we're going to show you what it looks like. If you haven't seen it yet, if you have, sorry, you're going to have to hear it a little bit again. But let me show you what we're talking about. So we've been doing, let's see, what is this, number 4? Is that where we're at now?
We're at number 4.
Okay, so let's pull this up. There he is. So this is on mobile only. So get your app store. Oh, that's not what I want to do. There we go.
There we
All right.
go.
So these are all the leagues we've done so far. These are kind of our test leagues. We did the inaugural one a few days ago, and then 1, 2, 3. We're up to 4 now. So this is it. Are we full? It looks. We got 10 people. So let's do
we're
it.
full. I'm ready to start the draft. Let's do it.
All right.
All right, draft is underway. We got hysterical on the clock. And this is a 10 team, 2 running back, 2 wide receiver, 1 tight end, 1 flex. Simply because we have to get this draft done fairly quickly.
Right.
But it's good to mix it up. It's good to mix it up.
It's good to mix it up. And if you notice, by the way, you want to join a DraftLane public league for free. We have a ton of leagues that are open. You can compete with and against the endgame community. Anybody who wants to join can join. So the link has been scrolling down there at the bottom this whole time, but you can check it out again. It's in the description. So you're going to go to...
Whoops. I'm clicking the wrong ones. There we go.
DraftLane.com/play. There it is. Oh, by the way, see, this always happens. I get busy talking and don't pay attention. What pick do I have? This is a 10-teamer. Oh, okay, good. I'm at the end. I'm in number 9 right before your set, Paul.
10 team. I don't really care where I pick from.
Right. But I just want to make sure I don't miss my pick. So we got a bunch of leagues that are already available, so you can jump in there. They are free, and you can try it out. We want you to try out the app to see what you think. We got a lot of features that other platforms don't have. All right, so we'll discuss that a little bit at the end. All right, let's see. Let me bring up the draft board. Oh, I'm on deck. Never mind. Now, this is, you said it's 2 running back, 2 receiver, or 3 receiver?
2 receiver.
2 receiver.
1 tight end, 1 flex. Very, very vanilla league right here. But this is probably the most common league, right?
True. I do think a lot of people play in 2 receiver leagues. Okay. Well, I didn't get neighbors. You know what? I'm gonna slightly adjust my strategy because of that. Go Derrick Henry.
Ooh, we're gonna see another double hero RB draft, 2 straight double hero RB drafts.
It's possible. It's very possible. He's gonna go, like, I could go receiver. He's gonna take probably either Puka or St. Brown. Actually, well,
he gets 2. I mean, Singh gets 2 picks here, so you never know. Well, he went Nico, so
he's sweating it. Okay.
Oh. Nico London, interesting.
London. Well, that's kind of aggravating because now that makes my decision harder. I was gonna just go Achane, but now Puka's in there. All right, you know what? It's fine. I'll just take Puka. I actually was gonna go double RB. That's okay. All right, so let's show the draft board. So here we go. I will say though that that's our Nico London. I love that. Yeah, you guys. Now, if you didn't get in this one, and it was only a 10-teamer, and we're both in it, trust me, we're gonna do more.
Yes,
we're gonna do plenty more. I know we got the public leagues open where you talked about you can join those, but if you want to join the draft with us, be in a league, we're gonna do plenty more. So don't worry. What pick did you get? You got
3. Pick 3.
3. Okay. Waiting here. Cassius had asked earlier, Myers or Diggs?
Myers. But I do like Diggs, but Myers.
Yeah, I've come around on Diggs. I keep kind of slowly bumping him up, but I haven't bumped him up higher than Myers just yet. But it's getting close. Is Manny? I don't know if Manny's not here because he's.
Yeah, I don't know if Manny Fresh is on, but that's all right because the live draft pilot will draft for him, so his team should be all right.
That's right.
Seems like everybody else is on.
Yeah.
It's weird to not be here when the league, like, when we just literally posted the league.
Right. Maybe like ran to Costco to get a hot dog or something.
Maybe.
I mean, I can't think of anything else. Let's see what's up. Jesus is on the clock. He's at the 4th pick. What's up? There's Chase Brown. No Chase Brown for you.
Nope, no Chase Brown for me. Those days are probably over, honestly. Like, oh man. I may regret that. We'll see what running back makes back to me.
Well, you got to figure he's probably not taking 2 running backs. He already has one. Okay, well, this is a appropriate question. Francis wants to know rank Chase Brown, Drake London, Ladd McConkey.
London, Chase Brown, Ladd.
We got Chase over Ladd now. Oh, interesting.
Well, only because of Keenan. Maybe that just limits Ladd's ceiling slightly.
I definitely have London first. Again, Chase Brown has kind of slowly kept creeping up. Ladd has pretty much stayed static. I've had Ladd over Chase Brown, but I still think I have Ladd over Chase Brown, but barely. And I could go either way. Yeah. That's another kind of coin flip thing.
Right. That one's close. That one's definitely close.
All right. So team 1 did take JT. Oh, I won't put this up yet. Yeah. Pretty close. Well, close with the last 2, but to me, London is, like I said, first of that group. Best value. Okay. I think we can get to that question. Ooh, Lamar.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind going QB here, but I need an elite running back. I need a stud RB.
Okay, well, that's so funny that you did that, because look at the comment that was just put up before that.
I put Jacobs on the thumbnail because people were like, you guys don't talk about Jacobs ever. So I was like, let me throw Jacobs on the thumbnail. That was it.
Look at that. Sign of things to come. You got Jacobs.
Jacobs. Yeah, I've said all off season I like Jacobs. It's just we haven't talked about him on videos, I guess.
No, because it's like what is there to say? Like, hey, what you did last year? It's probably gonna do it again.
Right.
Which is a good thing. All right, so let's talk about this. Rhett wants to know about quarterbacks based on where they're being drafted, best value. So not just who you like best, but who would you rather have based on where you expect them to go? What is that one? Does it say Patty?
Yeah, Patrick Mahomes. I'm gonna say, oh man.
All right, let me check the pilots. Best available.
I mean, Bo might be the best value, but I think I would still go Baker, Mahomes, Bo, Kyler. But Bo might be the best value, but it's not like Baker and Mahomes are not values. I mean, look,
Right.
we're talking like when we talk about Patrick Mahomes, like it's tough because like obviously last year was such a down year for him. I should say for him, right? But we're talking about a QB who for every year of his career threw for prior to last year threw for at least 4,000 yards and had thrown for 35 or more touchdowns in all but 2 years. Like, would it shock? And even last year he threw for 3,900 yards. Like, would it shock anybody if Mahomes threw for 4,300 yards and 30 plus touchdowns this year? Like we'd be like, well, where'd that come from? Like, that, come on, I'm talking about Patrick Mahomes here. Like, yeah, I still think Mahomes is a good value this year.
He is a good value. All right, let me make my pick and then I'll tell you. You said it's 2 receivers, 1 flex, right?
Yeah, 2 running back, 2 receiver, 1 flex.
So you know what? I think because of that, I'm gonna go McBride. I'll say this. I'm just gonna commit fully to my distrust of Kyler Murray. I'm done. Like, no, I kind of railed against him. Remember there's one of these videos we did in the offseason where I was like, why are we drafting him? He's a starting quarterback. He was like the QB 12 last year, and like what's getting better? And then I drafted him last night. I'm like, why did I do that? I got to get myself out of that mentality. It's like, well, he could be an elite quarterback. Like, no, I'm done. I'm done with Kyler Murray. I lowered him in the rankings, and anybody in in-game league, what was it, 2, whichever one I drafted him, you can have him. Not for free, but he's on the block. I'm going to go Kyler last out of that group. I will say between Pat Mahomes and Baker Mayfield, all right, put the draft board up. They're basically going right around the same range, same round, more or less. I still think I would go Baker over Mahomes between the 2. But if you're going to tell me, and I think for the most part you can get Bo Nix a couple rounds later, I think I'm just going to say Bo Nix. So my ranking here would be, in terms of who I would prefer, where I think I can get them, would be Bo Nix, Baker Mayfield, Pat Mahomes, and Kyler Murray. What's up with the screen? What do you mean what's up with the screen? All right, let me try to keep up with the draft board here. Okay, you are up.
Adams, ooh, I like Breeze. Yeah.
Going Brees, nothing wrong with that. Brett Storm, it'll be a while till we get to these players. So RB3 out of this group. He's not asking to rank. He's just, I guess, asking who you like. I mean, I don't consider Javonte an RB3.
None of the above. I guess I would take a chance on Tracy.
I think Jones still has value. I mean, he's still, people assume like Jordan Mason's just going to like steal the job from him. Jordan Mason isn't some rookie they drafted. Like, he's been there. Like, he was good, but he was good in San Francisco because he's the 49ers running back for a while. But I think it's a little premature to assume that he's going to be more valuable than Aaron Jones. I still think Aaron Jones is the 1A. So Aaron Jones as an RB3 is fine. Brian Robinson is fine. I think Tyron Tracy maybe gives you more upside. So riskier, but probably the most upside. I'm taking a lot of Tyron Tracy, personally. What's up, Andrea? Is in the house, as always, but has a question. Keep one. Gibbs at the 12, Neighbors in round 3, or Bowers in round 7?
Man.
Ooh. That's actually kind of tough.
Yeah, I mean, it's certainly not. Hold on. Am I on the clock?
Yeah, you're almost on the clock. I'll
Almost.
say this again.
I mean,
If you're not, go ahead.
It's definitely not. It's definitely not Gibbs. It's either Neighbors or Bowers.
That's what I was going to say. You got to get some sort of value. If you're saying, I can get, the best tight end in the, fantasy for a 7th round pick, Gibbs in the 1st round is where Gibbs goes. There's just a big difference in value. I hate to pick a tight end or a running back almost as much as you do, but I know it's still round 7 Bowers is great. Round 1 Gibbs is just, like you just get Gibbs. Neighbors in round 3 is where it gets interesting because, I'd much rather have Neighbors, but I think I would have to go Bowers.
Yeah, I think so too. My only worry here is what if Bowers is just what he is what was last year, and Neighbors is like the top 2 wide receiver this year, and you let some other team in your league get Neighbors.
Right. Oh, I know. Yeah. That's why it's tough because I want Neighbors. The thing is, I like to think that I keep my round 3 pick. I have Bowers, and then I can build a better team around him. I get a 3rd round pick as opposed to Neighbors, but it's definitely not Gibbs. I guess we can tell you that.
Yeah, it's definitely not Gibbs.
We do have a super chat. Let's put it up. All right. What's up, Sonny? Keeper question again. Keep Achane in round 2 or Bowers in round 10?
I think you have to take Bowers. We're talking 10th round.
Yeah.
We're talking about round 10 here. Like, we're talking about guys that you may not even be on your team by the end of the year. Right? I mean, let's be real. How many 10th rounders end up actually contributing? Like, just end up dropping, right? At some point because they're no good. I think it's got to be Bowers here. It's got to be Bowers in this one.
Yeah, I agree. Bowers, because same thing, kind of like we said with Gibbs, Achane round 2. That's where he goes, right? Yeah, it's great to have Achane, but Bowers in round 10, that's way too good a value. All right, well, there it is. Okay, so I got 2 receivers, I got 1 running back, and I have a tight end. Let's see. And just so you know, guys, so for the DraftLane app right now this year, yes, you can still filter by position. You can search for players, all that good stuff. We don't have a queue system because you don't need a queue because you got the live pilot. So let me show it again when it's my turn. It's almost my turn in 10 seconds. So I don't have a set position where I should I need to go. Let's see if it has, best available, what it says. Yep. Okay, so it says best available. These are the best available according to what we think. So I got Ridley again, Pickens, Worthy. Do I have to take those players? No, I don't. I can do whatever I want. These are the suggestions. Okay, if you don't like those 3, here's some other 3. And it's offering me other positions. But you got to get out of it and then make your pick.
And don't forget, it's Live Draft Pilot isn't just for DraftLane leagues. It also works for Sleeper and Yahoo as long as you sync your league. You can click, there's like a little, when you go to the homepage on DraftLane, there's a little star at the bottom. You click on the star and you'll see Live Draft Pilot. Click it. You do have to purchase it. But we lowered the prices here from last year. So if you use the Live Draft Pilot last year, we got a lot of people said like, hey, we think it's a little too expensive. So we lowered the price this year. So go into the Live Draft Pilot, do it, pick your league, and you can use the Live Draft Pilot literally while you draft. And as you can see from what Pierre just did here, it will give you exactly pick by pick recommendations when you're on the clock. And as you can see, now it says strongly suggest a running back because it's looking at the league settings, the scoring, right, who you have on your team, and saying, hey, based on your team and the way the league is set up, this is what we strongly recommend. Doesn't mean, again,
Right.
doesn't mean you have to take it, but
No, but because I already filled my receiver starting spot and my flex, it's like, look, it would make sense to take a running back.
right.
I can ignore it, but I trust the draft pilot, so I'm gonna take my favorite player in this draft and take RJ Harvey again.
We did. I shouldn't say we developed the draft pilot, but we literally created the algorithm that the draft pilot uses so that it can draft as closely as we would.
Right.
So it's like if we were sitting there with you and it was your pick and you click my turn, we'd be like, I would either I think this is what you should do. That's basically how it drafts.
Exactly. Wow, interesting. Okay. Well, the voice of reason. Should trust the voice of reason. I don't know. Dare I say irrationally high on Jordan Mason? Thinks Mason will finish as an RB1 and a league winner.
I love when Tatum, whose screen name is Voice of Reason, drops these crazy spicy takes. It's like, well, you're supposed to be the voice of reason.
Yeah.
Like, shouldn't all your takes just be very like, like I think Mason could have a nice season, but RB1 feels a little bit of a stretch. Maybe more like mid to low RB2. That's like that's a voice of reason take right there.
You definitely higher Mason than I am. I will just say that. Not you, Tatum. Jordan has a very pointed question towards you, though. Chris, why do you want Nico over Neighbors and St. Brown?
Okay, well, first I will say Nico and Neighbors is extremely close for me. Very close for me. It would not shock me. Like if Neighbors is better than Nico, I would not be like, oh, where'd that like the only reason I give Nico the slight edge. 1 second, because I'm on the clock here. Oh man. Well, I'm only on Jacoby. The only reason I give Nico the slight edge is because Neighbors does have that toe injury. Like right now, Nico, I know Nico, people are gonna be, oh, Nico's, never had a healthy season. But right now he's healthy. Right now he's 100% healthy. Neighbors does have that toe injury. I don't think it'll be an issue, but you never know. So that's why I give Nico the slight edge right now. But they both should be great. Sun God, you're right, is probably, I don't even know if the Sun God really safer. It's not like Nico is not safe. It's not like Nico, it's not like Nico, is boom bust or Neighbors is boom bust. I think all these guys are pretty safe. But that's my issue with St. Brown. Where's the ceiling? Where are we going to get? I mean, last year the dude had a career high 12 touchdowns and still was only the wide receiver 4. I'd say only the wide receiver 4 as if like it's bad. But my point is like, where is like, how does St. Brown for fantasy especially like get better in fantasy? Like, is he going to score 18 touchdowns this year? Is like, you know what I mean? Like, we're talking about offense that has Jahmyr Gibbs, has Sam Laporta, has Jameson Williams, who remember last year was the first year Jameson. Last year was basically like Jameson Williams' first year. Let's be real. So yes,
right.
I think Sun God is safe. But man, I want my first rounders to be safe, but also have the potential to like literally win me weeks, like drop those 30, 35 point weeks. I just don't see that from Sun God.
True. I think you could argue that St. Brown is a sort of a safe first round pick. I think Neighbors has the highest ceiling out of all those receivers. And then Nico is kind of in between. So, it's not that simple, of course. But, yeah, I know what you're saying. Neighbors, it's the toe thing. You got to worry about it. Nico doesn't have anything right now. So
Right. And you look at Nico last year when he was on the field, he like legitimately was the best wide receiver in fantasy. Like if you just take the parts, I know, like it doesn't help you when he misses 4 games, but you just take when Nico was on the field, he legitimately was the best wide receiver in fantasy. And then when you look at Neighbors, it's like, okay, last year he had no QB that could throw the deep ball. Now, I'm not going to say Russ is the best quarterback in the NFL or anything, but he can still sling the deep ball. So I think that's going to help Neighbors. And again, when you look at St. Brown, it's the same offense minus Ben Johnson, but I don't think it'll be a big hit to the offense. But like, what's gonna like is St. Brown suddenly gonna have 180 targets this year? Probably not. Probably not.
Probably.
We'll probably see the same Sun God we saw last year, which is great. And I think at the end of the first round, that's great. I think those guys just have more upside than him.
Agree.
And they're still safe. Like, are we pretending like these guys aren't safe? Like, even last year, Neighbors with his terrible quarterbacks had a high floor. Right? He was giving you most weeks, he was giving you 14, 15 points, which that's not winning your week, but it's safe.
Yeah, because you get so many targets, and that's not going to change. You can get more targets this year. And yes, no, I know you didn't say the RB1, an RB1, top 12. That's still a pretty hot take for Jordan Mason to be a top 12 running back.
Yeah, I mean, that's still a pretty spicy take, yes. I like Mason, but man, if Mason's a top 12 running back. Oh, if Mason's a top 12 running back, I might win a lot of money on Underdog. Because I have a lot of Jordan Mason.
Let's see. All right. I don't think I've taken Hawk in any of these leagues, so here we go. Oh wait, I already have a tight end. All right. A lot of golden. Pollard again. Let's do Pollard. Sure. Okay. Landon wants to know. Trade Ridley for Devonta Smith, 10-man PPR. So I guess it's basically who you like better.
Oh man. Well, I'm Team Ridley, so I probably don't do this, but I totally understand somebody who'd want Devonta Smith over Ridley. Like, I'm pretty sure in most drafts Devonta Smith goes ahead of Ridley, but I like Ridley a lot this year. If it's my team, I'm keeping Ridley.
Yeah, I think so too. I think I'm finally, again, nothing wrong with Devonta Smith. He's probably somewhat underrated in general, but yeah, Ridley, I think, could take a big step forward this year. So, yeah, I'm just not sure if that helps your team, really. It feels almost kind of like a lateral move anyways.
Right. And the thing about Devonta Smith, I like Devonta Smith. I like Devonta Smith for years. I think he's a great player. But you still have A.J. Brown there, which, yeah, there's going to be some weeks where Devonta Smith has those big games. There's going to be a lot of weeks where you're like, Devonta Smith, man. Like, come on. You know what I mean? And assuming Barkley stays healthy, we're talking about an offense that's going to throw the ball 25 times a game. So, yeah, Smith is fine, but I'd rather gamble on Ridley.
Right. Okay. Jordan now wants to know about RB2 targets. Kamara, Walker, Connor, Hampton, Hubbard.
I mean, is Hampton even... I was going to say, Hampton even an RB2 anymore, or is he now an RB1?
Seriously, I actually need to go check that Underdog draft we just did. I think he was drafted as an RB1.
Yeah, I mean, I would rank probably Hampton, Walker, Kamara, Connor, Chuba, Connor, flip a coin. But I think Hampton, Walker are clearly 1-2 for me.
Yeah. Javier now wants to know, Genty or Achan, full PPR at the 9, 10-man. The first pick is Nico. What do you mean?
Wait. If your first pick is Nico and you're picking at the 9th pick, how are you going to get Genty or Achan?
I don't know. You're assuming that you'll get them on the way back. Is that what?
Yeah, I'm going Achan over Genty. Again, I talked about it with Jonnu gone. We could legit. I mean, he had 78 catches last year, but that's because he caught no passes in the games that Tua missed. The games Tua played, he averaged over 6 catches per game. It's insane. No Jonnu there. He's gonna go. He's gonna catch 100 passes if Tua plays 17. It's full PPR. I'm taking Achane over Genty.
Yep. Again, both good choices, but I'll go Achane just barely. They felt okay. He's saying yes on the way back, so you could start Nico Achane. That's pretty solid.
That's very good. Nico Achane's a great start.
All right. Let's see. And Jordan asking if really over DK is crazy. Nah, not crazy at all. All right. Fill up with the real questions here. I think it's going to take too much real estate on the screen, but I love the integration. I mean, it only makes sense for the end game. Integrating the sports, baseball and football. He's asking if you could pick a baseball player to put on the football field, who would it be? A current one. Like, you can't pick Bo Jackson. That's interesting. Chandler Simpson in the slot that's an interesting one.
Yeah.
How about
Aaron? Just put Aaron Judge at tight end.
Yeah, I thought about that. You could Judge or Stanton or like Kyle Schwarber out there, right?
Yeah, you can't put Stanton out there. The guy can't even run.
Well, that's true. Talk about a statue in the pocket. That he would literally be a statue.
But isn't Aaron Judge like 6'7"?
Oh yeah. You know what I would do?
LA De La Cruz probably be good somewhere, but he's kind of wiry. He's a wide receiver, but
he could be a receiver. He could catch. You know what I would do? I wouldn't want to see a guy like, I don't know, who throws really hard, like Mason Miller at quarterback. You see how hard he could throw the ball, like burn a hole through the receiver. Just he's throwing the ball 100 miles an hour.
But you see, I thought about a pitcher at quarterback, but here's the thing: it's such a different motion. I'll bet you a pitcher could not throw a football well.
True. What did you see the thing of Joe Burrow the other day? Like he was trying to throw a baseball and he threw it like sideways or something. Like he just couldn't do it.
It's such a different motion, right? It's such a different motion.
Yeah, it's a different thing. I mean, it really goes underappreciated. You know, back in our day, we had two sports stars with Deion Sanders, Bo Jackson, playing both sports and actually doing it well. I mean, yeah. Bo, there was some stupid thing I saw the other day. And of course, it's just clickbait. And I didn't click and I didn't look at it. But, something like the 10 most overrated football players of all time, NFL players of all time. And Bo Jackson, they dared to put Bo Jackson on the list. And I was like, no, okay, that's trash. You're trash.
Oh, I mean, we just talked up Mahomes. I have 5 wide receivers. I have 3 running backs I feel good about. Just give me a discount on Mahomes. Let's go. Give me Mahomes.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, nothing wrong with getting Pat Mahomes. Love it. We have to settle for Mahomes these days.
Right.
Tatum, do I have Chris, do you have a college team? Yes. Well, you know my college team. That's right. Miami back in the top 10. Let's see how long it lasts. After we destroy Notre Dame, go up to the top 5. Chris, you're still Michigan Wolverines, right?
Michigan Wolverines, yes. Michigan Wolverines. It's weird. Like every other sport, I'm like Lakers, I guess Angels if I have to pick a baseball team, Ducks in hockey. But then when it comes to football, I'm Washington Commanders and Michigan Wolverines.
Hey, you're entitled. You can do whatever you want. Are you, again, I don't know the geography of Southern Cal too much. You're close to USC or no?
I mean the fine close. If there's no traffic, it's probably like 45 minutes. If there's traffic, it's like 2.5 hours.
2.5
hours. maybe like 2 hours.
Man. So
but look on it. No, I've driven home from like LA in traffic and it's taken me 3 hours before.
That's
brutal.
That's insane.
Brutal.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I figured West Coast because you're on the West Coast, but that's okay. It doesn't have to be.
Jordan, if you've never been to California, you don't understand it's probably hard to understand how big California is. Like San Francisco is as far from me as like Phoenix, Arizona is.
Right.
And it's in the same
other
state. You know what I mean? We're still, like San Francisco, California is as far from me as like Phoenix, Arizona, or like I don't know, maybe like Salt Lake City, Utah, or something. I don't know. It's a massive state. It's a massive state. Like when we drive to Tucson, half the drive is California. It's just massive. So yeah, people think like, oh, you're right next to this, right? It's like, nope, no, I'm not.
Not really next to anything. I'll wait. Oh, this is only a 10-teamer. I can definitely wait. All right. Just keep taking Godwin. Hope he comes through late in the season. Thank you, Jordan, by the way. That's right. We're back. Got the membership. Appreciate you as always. That's right. We're back. Yeah, Mark, I know. Well, I'm with you. I'm from Florida and South Miami. You know, we're closer to basically the Caribbean and Puerto Rico and Cuba and the islands than to North Florida. And then now I live in Texas, which is the same thing. Drive the entire day and still be in Texas.
Yeah, Texas is huge too. That was one of the pretty cool things when we road trip New England. So we did all 6 states over the course of 10 days. It's like, oh man, tomorrow, okay, like if we were in like Maine, it's like, all right, tomorrow we got to drive to like Vermont, New Hampshire, whatever. Maybe it's New Hampshire, there's one right next to it. It's like, yeah, it'll be like an hour and 10 minutes. We'll be to wherever we're going in the next state over in like an hour and 10 minutes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like GPS, like, oh, hour and 10 minutes. Like, and there's no traffic. There's no like it doesn't matter what time of day you're driving. There is no traffic ever. We never hit traffic up there ever.
Yeah, that's probably the weirdest part, right? Like actually can go drive on the roads.
Yeah, like here it's like even if you think like, oh, it's it's like noon on a Tuesday, there won't be traffic. No, there's traffic. There's traffic. You're gonna hit traffic. Yeah, it's driving here is terrible. It's miserable. But not as bad as driving in Boston. Oh, that was the worst. Has anybody here ever had to drive in Boston? It's awful. Awful.
No, I don't think I've ever been to Boston.
Oh, I was literally getting angry. Like, I don't know how much more of this I can take. Like we went to Boston the first day because we flew into Boston, of course, and we red-eyed. So we had the whole day in Boston, and we caught a Red Sox game. It was awesome. We toured the stadium. And look, if you're a baseball fan, I understand why Boston is such hardcore baseball fans, because literally all the streets around the stadium shut down, and it's like a big party before the game. Like for hours before the game, you can walk around, eat, do all this stuff, and then you go to the game. So then we laugh, whatever. So on the last day, because my wife really likes Boston, it was like, oh, the last day we'll go back to Boston. Oh man, I was getting so frustrated trying to drive, and then we were trying to park somewhere, and it was going to be like $40 to park for the day. So we ended up going to somewhere just outside of Boston. I forget. Oh, I'm on the clock here. I need another running back.
All right, I'll get your boy Scattaboo. Jordan said for some reason he thought you were there in Cincinnati with him.
No, not in Cincinnati. Yeah, the thing about Boston, like I'd have we'd have our GPS on, and it's like, okay, make a left on this street. And you make a left, and then like the street you're supposed to turn on is like, it's like instant. I guess it's like they just took the old colonial roads and just paved them. So normally there's like, you have some distance between streets. It's like, no, there goes your street, and then everything's one way. So you got to like drive like for a mile and circle back. Oh, I was like, this is horrible. This is horrible.
That's funny. Yeah, Phil's saying that
man.
he's heard the streets are terrible.
Terrible. Look, I don't recommend driving. Okay, Paul Skeens enjoyer, Paul. They have a train. So when we landed, they have a train that will literally take you like right to the stadium. Just take the train. Take the train right to the stadium. Like I said, it's a party all day. You can just hang out there, eat, party, go to the game, and then go pick up a car afterwards if you want, or just don't even get a car if you're in pod. Just Uber. Let's make somebody else drive if you can.
Yeah, there's a point now. I'm going somewhere. Even if I'm there for a week, I'm just gonna Uber. You're still paying. Yeah, you're gonna pay for a rental car, and then you have to deal with it. You have to deal with driving the traffic, and you have to find parking. You probably have to pay for parking. It's like, no, just Uber it. Get dropped right off.
Yeah.
I'm done renting cars unless I absolutely have to.
Well, look, I will say that is still to this day my favorite trip I've ever been on. Yeah, they have some kind of train. It's not a train. It's like a subway. It's not a train. It's a subway. Whatever. Like, I don't know, whatever. It looks like a train. It's like a subway. Hold on, I'm on the clock here. Oh man, Pittman's still on the board. All right, let's go. Wait, do I? Crap. I think I can. Wait, what is this? What is DraftLane? What does the live pilot recommend? Yeah, that's what I figured, but I'm going to wait a little bit. What were we talking? Oh, the rest of the trip driving was amazing. Driving was awesome. Like, again, if you've ever been to California and if you've ever driven California, it's not like, yeah, you can go along PCH and that's pretty scenic, but it also like takes forever. But like if you go up the 5, let's say you're going to drive from Orange County to San Francisco, or you're going to drive from San Francisco to San Diego, and you're taking the 5 freeway. You don't see, there's nowhere around the way where you're like, ooh, we should get off and stop here and check this out, or like, ooh, look at that. No, it's just, you're just driving, right? You're just like, just get me there. That's how California is. When we were in New England, I mean, we had plans. Like, I'm like, okay, tomorrow we're gonna go. Like, okay, we're gonna drive from here. We're gonna go see this like really historic museum, or we're gonna go see this like whatever, like Civil War site or whatever it might have been, Revolutionary, whatever ships, Revolutionary, whatever we did. And then we're driving, and all of a sudden it's like, what is that over there? And then you go check, and you're looking at some crazy monument, like or you're driving, and all of a sudden you're in this like town that was built like before this was even America, right? Like from the colonies, and it still looks like that. And it's just amazing. You get out, you walk around, like it was amazing. Like driving the rest of the trip was amazing. It was just Boston that was terrible.
All right, just don't go in the city itself.
Yeah, well, just don't drive. Anyway, that was a lot of talk about New England, but I love New England. If they didn't have such rough winters, I could live there. But the winters, man, I think I can handle the winters.
All right.
Was Fenway my top ballpark? Look, I've only been to Angel Stadium and Dodger Stadium. And no, I went to I don't think I've been to Qualcomm. I went to what was the old San Diego Padres Stadium?
Jack Murphy?
Yeah.
Jack Murphy.
Yeah. So Fenway was only my 4th baseball stadium ever.
Live pilot's probably going to tell me I need a quarterback. Yes, but it looks like everybody else has a quarterback except for one, so I will wait.
You know what's going to happen? 4 teams are going to take 2 QBs.
You know what? Actually, that is probably what's going to happen. Oh well. Man, still feel like Cup is ranked too high here.
Do we need to drop them?
I mean, no. I mean, there's probably a point where you reasonably have to keep him there. I don't want him. Let's go Lutherberg. And look, see, the team after me already has a quarterback. So. Yeah, you're probably right though. Teams are going to start taking backup quarterbacks.
I mean, if Singh already has a quarterback, you're probably fine. Wait.
What's up, Royland? Yeah, I think the app's doing well so far. We're drafting on it again. He says, "Do you prefer to focus on your starting lineup to start the draft, or wait as long as possible for QB or tight end?"
So I mean, as with most answers, it depends. If it's a league, it's like a 10 team. If it's like a league like this one that we're doing right now, 10 team, 2 running back, 2 wide receiver, 1 tight end, 1 flex, where I mean, like look at the players. Like I have Jefferson, McConkey, Devontae Adams, Jacoby Myers, Stephon Diggs, Michael Pittman at wide receiver, Jacobs, Brees Hall, DeAndre Swift, Cam Skadoo at running back. Like, you know what I mean? Like you're gonna get good players in a lot of rounds. Like even in round 7, round 8, there's still gonna be really good players on the board. I'm more open to going QB and tight end early. But if it's a league where like you have starting 3 wide receivers, you have 1 or 2 flexes, you gotta have a strong your flexes have to be strong. And if you go QB and tight end early, your flexes are not going to be strong. And you know that team, like you think like, well, I have Josh Allen. Yeah, but the team you had Josh Allen last year, but the team who drafted Baker Mayfield last year picked him up off waiver wire. Your Josh Allen advantage is gone. The Josh Allen advantage was wiped out. Baker Mayfield was a QB3 in points per game last year, like, or maybe QB3, I think, in points per game. So it depends. Depends on your league format.
Always depends, unfortunately. And Philip, to answer your question, well, Jordan already answered it. We had been using Sleeper for years, and Sleeper is a very good app. But DraftLane, I think it's better. So DraftLane is what we're using now. But we did used to use Sleeper. Look, in Yahoo is fine for fantasy football. Nothing wrong with it. There's some others that are usable, but yeah, ESPN. I don't like any ESPN anything. Fantasy.
I'll say. I mean, look, I haven't used ESPN in a long time, so maybe it's gotten better. I'm not sure, but the one year that we did our first, when I had my personal training business at our gym, we did a gym league, and all the guys wanted to play on ESPN. So I'm like, fine, we'll do ESPN, even though I was used to Yahoo. I was like, we'll do ESPN, and everybody hated it.
Yeah,
like the waivers were confusing. I remember week 1, it was week 1 and the scores weren't even updating. I'm like, you're ESPN. How is it week 1 and the scores aren't updating?
Yeah. There's no excuse, but it's true. I haven't used it lately, but I've heard it's somehow gotten worse. So
yeah. So just after that, everybody was like, no, let's go to Yahoo, and we just use Yahoo. And everybody loved Yahoo because the thing that makes Yahoo so great, and the thing that we are going to have to do with this app. Not sure if Ali is listening right now, but the thing that makes Yahoo so great, and the thing we are going to have to do with this app at some point, not right now, of course, is Yahoo. It's like the iPhone. Anybody can figure out how to use the iPhone, pretty much, right? It's very intuitive. It's very easy. That's how Yahoo Fantasy is. It's very intuitive. It's very easy. There's no like, where do I find this? Where is it? Like, right? It's very, very easy. Very easy. And I think that's huge.
Yep. Just usability. I mean, it doesn't. Sometimes, more is not better. More means more complicated, means more confusing, and more features is generally good, but sometimes it's too much. And that's one thing I will say with Sleeper. It's like they put too much stuff on it now. Stuff I don't need, don't want. Right. Some other apps are even worse. People asked about on baseball, like for Dynasty, Fantrax is good because they have the deepest player pool. But it's like, look, you don't need to list every single player in like low A ball who's 17 years old. It's too much. And then they have all these features. Okay, it's too many features. You don't use half of it. And I think MFL is the one. You remember MFL.
Oh,
I can't. I just can't. This drives me crazy.
See, and even Jordan said, yeah, to your point, sleep is confusing. That's the thing. You don't want it to be confusing to people. You want it to be very just very easy.
Right. Yeah, MFL, like honestly, I've been using it for years. I still have to think about it and click into the drop-down menus and search for how to submit a lineup. Like I have to search for it. Like it shouldn't be that
Dang.
way.
No. Should not be that way.
Yeah. Good design. I mean, colors are nice, emojis and all that. I guess there's a place for that. I don't know. Like that doesn't do it for me, but I guess some people like that. I don't know. We never talked about that. We didn't discuss putting custom emojis on DraftLane, did we?
No, I don't think. Maybe one day. I mean, look, this year was all about getting this thing working, right? Getting it working, being able to actually have fantasy leagues, running fantasy leagues this year. And hopefully everything works great. And whatever maybe doesn't work great, we're gonna fix it, get it fixed, and then next year. Then we can go back and we can sit down and say, okay, how do we make it easier to use? What were some things that people were confusing for people? And then next year we're like full go, like, hey, just everybody come bring your fantasy league over here.
Right. So for now, no matter what you use, ESPN Sleeper, Yahoo, whatever it is, try DraftLane, create your league, mimic it. Basically, you can have the same people try to on here with the features that you don't have on those other apps and see what you like better. Or just create a new league altogether or join a league. We have a ton of those public leagues open. Just try it. They're free.
Right.
Okay. What round are we in? Oh, this last round.
We're in the last round. Let's
see what I need. 1, 2, 3. Probably could just take whatever. Why can't you find DraftLane? Well, it's on the App Store, on Google Play Store. It's not up currently, but it will be back up soon. Hopefully very soon. We'll let you know when that is. So that could be why if you're Android.
Yeah, we took it off so there were some issues. Some people were having issues on Android when we first launched it. We didn't want people to go on there and like not be able to have an error when they download it or try to sign in or something like that. Have a bad impression right off the bat. So we took it down. We're going to be meeting with our developer here. And once we're done with this, hopefully we'll be able to get those changes in and very soon have it back on the Google Play Store and ready to go.
Yep. NFL fantasy contains viruses. Man,
that's terrible.
That's not good.
Yes, DraftLane is the future.
Exactly. Well put. Okay, last pick. I guess I should take league winner Josh Palmer, right? I'll take Tillman. I haven't taken Tillman much. And there you go. The draft is over. All right. That was number 4, right? In-game community number 4.
Yes, number 4.
So this is what it would look like once you get your DraftLane draft done. You're going to set your lineup just like you normally would. You pick your position, pick your players, and then the one thing. There's several things, but the things that you're going to do that you can't do on any of those other apps that we talked about. Let me show you in a second. Right. Flex. Let's see. T. Higgins at the flex. You got to love it. Okay. So I'm going to pick one of those players. I'm going to boost them. So boost right here means I'm going to pick one player, and that gives them 50% point boost in the week that I'm selecting, which is week 1. Not a QB. We thought that would be a little unfair, so we didn't do quarterbacks. But any of these players, I think, will go off it's going to give me extra points. And I can switch it. You know, I'm picking now. If I change my mind before week 1 starts, I can change that boost. So let's go with, you know what? Let's go with Puka. Let's go full Puka.
I mean, he was your first round pick. He should be your boost.
Should be my boost. Well, I thought about Derrick Henry, but either way.
Henry's not bad.
And then what we can do too, the bonus NFL picks, picking the games, the winners of the actual NFL games. Why am I going to bother to do this? Hey.
Well, you get, okay, so every game you pick right, you get an extra half point added to your score. Every game you get wrong, you lose a half a point. So look, it could be a close matchup. Maybe this is the difference. So look, we wanted to do more than just like, hey, you know, you're watching fantasy, you don't care who wins or loses. Well, now not only do you care about who scores touchdowns, but you care about who wins and loses too. So we add that dimension in, like where it's not just all fantasy. The game, you know, the games might actually matter too.
So more ways to have fun, add some extra strategy, and get more points. So there you go. I'm not going to show you all of my picks, but you know what? If I'm not sure, like, okay, I'm sure about this one. I'm pretty sure about this one. Okay, but I'm like, I don't know. Maybe the Raiders pull off the upset. I'm not sure. I don't have to pick it, right? I can just skip that one. I can pick the ones I like. All right, and come back to it later. And then last but not least, league picks. So it looks like pick the winners of your league. Ooh, that's a tough one. I don't know. I'll come back to this one.
Yeah. So that one works. If you get them all right, you get an extra win for the week. Like literally an extra. So you could go 2-0. If you pick the league picks and you get them all right, you can get an extra win. Now you can also set up to where there's a penalty where if you don't get them all right, you get a loss. Up to you for your league.
Right. It's like hardcore mode. All right, there you go. Philip says he's ready for number 5. Yeah, we'll tag the Discord. We'll let you know. We'll be doing a lot more DraftLane drafts. So get on the App Store, go out and download it if you haven't already. If you already had the app from before, make sure you update it. And if you're on Android, just hang tight. It'll be along shortly. All right, guys. Well, thanks for hanging out with us. We're actually going to go do some work and try to make the app even better right now. And we'll see you again real soon.